Do you have anything you want to say? Sometimes it's really hard to look at yourself and be like, you know what? Maybe there is factors that I'm doing with my actions that is making life a little bit harder for me right now. I guess I just wanted to talk about how I'm struggling to take accountability. When I'm talking about accountability, I'm talking about taking control of my life and taking responsibility for the things that I don't get done. I tend to find myself saying I want to do things and saying that I want to follow through, and I don't end up doing it. I have some chronic illnesses that are definitely a factor of why I don't follow through on what it is I want to do because I just don't feel well. But the reality of my life is that majority of the days I'm not going to be feeling well. And if I really do want this content creation to go well, if I really do want to build a community and I really do want to help people, I have to figure out how to accept this new life of mine and be okay to show myself in all aspects. It's not like I could just change in like a day or two or a week or a month. It's going to take time, it's going to take consistency, and I have to take accountability that I don't want to say enabling, but I'm definitely not helping myself get to the point that I need to get to. I want to be more active. I've recently started working out more, but before it was non existent. If I didn't feel well that day, I wasn't working out. And that's okay. But if you have the urge to be healthier, the urge to be, I guess, the urge to look a different way, you have to put in the work. And like in religion, or sorry, I don't believe in religion, but in my relationship and my path with God, it's pretty clear that faith without works is dead. And I'm trying really hard to become the person that I have a sense or a knowing that I'm supposed to be. And I feel like maybe some people might struggle with that too. Sometimes it's really hard to look at yourself and be like, you know what? Maybe there is factors that I'm doing with my actions that is making life a little bit harder for me right now. Maybe there's things that I could change and I'm refusing to change or I'm refusing to take a look at in order to become the person that I need to be. And I think with me, it's like this part I do want to be filming a lot more, but there's so much like I guess factors that go into how well your videos come out, and because I don't have a grasp of that and it's not perfect, then I put it off because it's like in my mind it's like, well, you're not doing it right, so there's no point in doing it, which is wrong. I know it's wrong. I know it's a perfectionist mindset, but I'm still trying. I'm still learning. And I have to be really easy with myself, more self-compassionate, and I'm trying to. And I guess I just want to say to people that if you are struggling with something or you're struggling on becoming or even figuring out who you're meant to be, that it's okay. It's okay to take the time to think about what it is you value, because now I know what I value. Um, but your next step is to take actions, even if they're imperfect actions. It's to take actions into becoming the person that you want to be. And I had okay, so before I was really the person that would like look 5 years ahead and be like, this is my plan. But I think that was because I was in survival mode. It's like if I didn't have a plan for the next year or two, I would not be in a good place. I would not be in a good position. That's not something that you can easily let go of because your nervous system is kind of wired to be like that. And now it's a complete opposite. Like I get so anxious talking or thinking about too far ahead in the future, and it makes me not want to do anything at all. It like freezes me. So now I'm just kind of like, okay, what do I want to get done today? And I do my best to get those things done. And I just kind of go in that pace, and I feel like that might help a lot of people. It's kind of hard when you have external people, family, friends, or people being like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But I think what works for me is I can move over now that Oscar's gone. I think what works for me is like really acknowledging to myself that, you know what, I'm the person that matters most in my life. What I want, what will make me at peace and content is what's the most important thing for me. So I have a tendency to be really self critical because that's how I was raised. So I'm trying to definitely dismantle that and become more of who I want to be. And yes, I need to take accountability. There are times where I'm enabling myself to bed rot and I'm enabling myself to just eat however, but I expect different results. And that's not fair to me. That's not fair to my psyche. And you definitely have to like acknowledge why. Why you acting opposite of what it is you have in mind. And I think for me personally, it's because I feel like I don't have control. So I'm going to control what I do have control over. And that's what I do with my day. Even if it's not what my mind wants, it's what my body feels like it needs. But that's not fair to myself. So there are days where I do take rest. And now there are going to be days where even if I absolutely hate it, I'm going to have to put myself through the work and put myself to do what it is that needs to get done. If you are struggling with finding yourself, finding your values, or even if you're struggling with following through on your actions and the things that you have planned, what I want to say is know that you're not alone and figure out why it's hard for you to get these things done. Really be honest with yourself and vulnerable with yourself. You could write it down or you could just think about it. But once you get down to the reason, you can start dismantling it. And every reason is going to be different for every person. So I can't really give a how to on that. But if you're being very hard on yourself, being very self-critical and thinking that you need to go from 0 to 100 real quick, like you have to drop 60 pounds in the next month or two, or like, just unrealistic goals, I would say start with baby steps. If I get up today and I do my skincare and I take a shower and I clean my place and I feed myself and I get one or two important tasks done, that was a good day. And remind yourself and also like be proud of yourself. Like say I'm proud that you did that. That was hard. I know that was hard for you, but I'm glad that you did do that. And the more you do that, the more you can show up for yourself. So know that you're not alone. And I'm on this struggling journey of figuring out how to set up my camera and how to get into the habit of just showing up for myself and doing the things that I want to get done. Juggling school and like being on disability, and it's just really hard. But I am proud of myself too for sitting down to record this video, and I'm proud of you for clicking on this video and listening to this point. um, we'll figure it out together. It will get better over time. I know it will. I trust in God that it will, and I trust that you will eventually get there. Anyways, if you got this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being with me on this journey, and I hope to see you grow just as I grow. Ooh, I'm proud of you, Diana.